We're all here trying to safeguard vulnerable people and to protect our carers. They've done such sterling work. But I do think we must look at the challenges that are faced in care homes and how can we address this. And I believe through the work that we do at Care Campaign for the Vulnerable, safety monitoring is important.
Care Campaign is fantastic, and Jane has been such an incredible advocate for the vulnerable and for those in care. I'll be taking that to Parliament, and I want to support her however I can.
A lot of our residents living with dementia don't have a voice. They can't tell you what happened. Therefore, the CCTV is their voice. And what was happening is the paramedics were turning up and they were taking them to hospital. They were being left in corridors, they had to wait, they were in there for hours, and they were coming back in the middle of the night, 3, 4 in the morning, which again is not right for someone, especially living with dementia, makes it even worse. Now what those cameras can do, having seen somebody on the floor, we can find out what trigger it was. How did they get on the floor? Did they put themselves down there? Did they trip? Were they pushed? So there was 262 times we did not, during COVID year, have to phone the paramedics.
It's wonderful to hear best practice from across the country, hear stories about how different care homes coped with the pandemic, and to hear great new ideas on innovation, skills training, collaboration, and how we can move forward in a positive way.
So we need to redefine what we mean by social care. We need to be very clear and then move towards that, make sure our workforce are recognised for not only what they've done in the last year, but what they've been doing and how they've been developing.
It's nice to have such a eclectic mix of people to be able to give their views. Sheffield Lodge has got safety monitoring in already. They're really lovely people, they're very down to earth, and they take a lot on board of what I say from the family side. So that's really important.
Well, I think our workforce is the absolute building block of quality, and we've got to move now to a system where they're seen as professionals. We've got to have skills and competencies frameworks. We've got to have portable qualifications. We've got to have clear career escalators, and we've got to have staff being paid what they're worth, and that is hugely above the minimum wage.
The thing that came out today for me was the successes, and I think if we get a public inquiry that looks at the so-called failures or where things could have been done better, I'd like it to focus on those successes so that other care homes can look at them and say, that is something that we can follow as a template for the future.
We are in the midst of all sorts of challenges within social care, and one of the things that binds us all together is the well-being of the people that we look after.